Hi guys, Joseph here. Today we're doing another Joseph car video, and today we're doing another video on my 2002 Volvo V70, and today we're going to be replacing the instrument cluster glass, or DIM glass, just the glass that goes over the front. The one on mine's a little bit scratched up, and I've had another glass lying about on a donor DIM. So and some people might be saying, what about to swap the whole gauge cluster? Really, I don't recommend that. The reason I say don't recommend it is if you take a DIM out of another V70 or even S60 come to that, the mileage from the other car is going to follow. And if that other car has done more miles than what your vehicle's got, it's going to overwrite that higher mileage to your central electronic module, and it's irreversible once that happens. So personally, I would not recommend taking a DIM out of another car and putting it in your own. I really would not recommend anyone to do that. It is totally your choice. Depends on whether there's inspections or not. But like in the UK, we have a thing called MOTs. You take a DIM from a lower mileage car, it's going to show a discrepancy on your MOT. And it just adding miles, it's just not a good thing in general, because that's going to devalue your vehicle. So personally, if you've got issues with your DIM, get it repaired, not replaced. Because if you really do have to replace it, see if you get the data off your original one cloned to your used unit and the mileage. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get down to the car right now. Right guys, to start this job off, we're obviously just going to jump in the car. Well, snowed recently, so it's a bit cold. I wonder how cold it is this morning. Out of question. We'll have a quick peek before I pull the cluster out. Well, the only thing wrong with this glass is, if you see, it might be hard to see, but at the bottom there's a few scratches, and I've got one in better condition, so I'm just going to switch the glass over. Out of question, let's just see how cold it is this morning. Just curious. See what this tells me it is this morning. Gosh, it's 18 degrees, guys. Well, there we go. Just thought I'd see how warm it is. So 18 Fahrenheit. I use Fahrenheit. I'll convert that to centigrade for you guys. Well, that is minus 7.5 if you're using Celsius. But anyway, to start off, all you're going to have to do is pull down on the adjustment lever, pull the wheel out and all the way down. Then you grab the trim and pull up on that. Things will be slightly brittle. Let's not break things because it is cold, so probably not the best time to be choosing to do a job like this when it's cold like this, but it's doable. To get the trim off around the dials, I just grab it here and pull. I probably should have chosen a warmer day, but yeah, maybe push that off. Let's not break it. Still comes out. There we go, other side. This is where things would break normally. Now, you'll be revealed with 4 Torx 25 screwdriver Torx screws. So I'm just using a bit, little bit. So I'm going to do the one over here. I've got the wrong bit. I'm just going to pause for a sec. Right guys, now we've got a Torx 25, we're now going to undo the 4 screws. Now you can just use your other hand. I probably should mount you properly, really. So I'm going to try and mount you where you can still see. Hopefully you won't go anywhere. So I can function. You can see from that angle. And then there's a hidden away top screw. There's 4 screws, guys. Unless I can get the screws I can get to for this end. I'm only in a coat to keep warm, guys. That's all. Let's get that screws. Now, your dim will pull down. That piece of foam on top is really only in diesels. I decided to add it to this petrol. Yeah, so that's just an insulation piece of foam. There we go. And then at the back, just while you do this, make sure you do not turn your ignition on during the time you got this thing disconnected, and you won't get an SRS message. Just don't turn your ignition on while unplugging, and you just undo the connector, and there you go. Out comes your dim. There we go. Now I'm just going to make myself a work area, guys. Just going to pause. Right guys, I bought the cluster indoors because it's too cold outside, so I bought this into the warm. But to get the glass off, you just push in the tabs along the top. Try and do it on camera for you guys. I'm going to start at the side. Actually, you want to start yourself at the bottom of the cluster. There you go. This one comes out quite easy. There we go. Across the back, you just push in, and all you're doing, you push in there, push in there. Just gonna do that quick. Yeah, just do it quick. There we go. It's all off. There we go. Now I'm just going to grab my other glass. Here's my second one. Literally, as the other one comes off, the next one goes back on play. There we go. There we go. Now, just... Right guys, we're back in the car. Strange thing this car does do, when you open the door, it puts the fans on, but it will shut off as soon as this cluster's plugged in. Got to slide this thing back out. It'll shut off in a sec, because I've shut the door. I don't know why it does that. It does that all the time, this car. Probably some way this car's wired. Now, as soon as I plug this in, there you go. We're in. Now, get the phone. This goes over top. This sort of slots in. And there we go. Right guys, just going to put in the 4 Torx 25 screws. Not sure how well this camera seems to be acting up, so probably because it's cold, so not sure how well this is going to go. So right, I'm going to have to mount you and do this. There we go. Here we go. Another screw up top. There we go. 2 more to go in. And that looks so much better now than seeing them scratches at the bottom. Oh, drop to the bottom. I'll put it in the bottom then. Now, final for the top. Right guys, now I'm just going to put this piece in. It's the gauge surround. And that just clips itself into place. mount here. I'll just pop this in. There we go. And then the final to go in is this. This piece that goes around the indicator. Make sure you slot it in. There we go. All done. Looks so much better. Right guys, camera failed again, but anyway, got the car started. And as proof in the pudding, no error messages. But anyway, I'm going to quickly pause here because this camera's going to fail any minute. Right guys, we're going to end off this video. And well, the glass looks so much better. The camera I didn't notice was failing quite a bit. It kept freezing, and I think it's because of the cold out there that's causing the camera to freeze. I don't have that on normal weather, but I also get the same issue when it's really hot outside as well. Or freezing cold, like it's happened on this occasion. But anyway, also I think I know how the cluster got scratched. It's the glasses sliding side to side. So what we do for, if you got sunglasses up there, using a non-slip mat, which I now put down there. We never used to have one, and the glass used to slide side to side when driving, and that's likely how it got scratched. But there is a anti-slip mat down there now, but never used to be. So yeah, if you don't want your glass scratched, certainly put an anti-slip mat at the bottom if you're placing glasses in front of your dials. But anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, as that helps you to recommend my content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content like this. Share this video with your family and your friends, and have a nice day.